When did the U.S. government begin to concern itself with monopolies? Well, in the late 1800s, with the advent of the Industrial Revolution, a few very wealthy, very powerful families owned the linchpins of the future: oil, steel, rail transport, and that made the government very nervous. The Sherman Act of 1890 and the Clayton Act of 1914 were early attempts to control the growth of monopoly in the U.S. The Federal Trade Commission Act of 1914 was to try to prevent cutthroat pricing, i.e., too aggressive competitive behavior, which would eliminate too many competitors. Early on, existence of monopoly was deemed a per se violation of antitrust law. A per se violation is an activity that is specifically spelled out as a violation of the law. With a per se violation, whether or not competition was lessened did not have to be proven. A violation was based on the facts only and not on the effects, which were taken as a given. Under this type of law, even a natural monopoly, which we have seen is more efficient and more cost-effective than competition in certain specialized markets, would be illegal. Now we have the rule of reason, where anti-competitive intent must be proven when prosecuting a firm for monopoly behavior. Being the only producer doesn't necessarily make you guilty of monopoly behavior, but engaging in anti-competitive behaviors, such as cutthroat pricing or exclusive contracts, that will get rid of competitors and give you monopoly power, does make you guilty. One case you may be familiar with would be the United States versus AT&T, which led to the 1984 breakup of Ma Bell into the 7 Baby Bells: Ameritech, Bell South, Pacific Telesis, Southwestern Bell, Bell Atlantic, NYNEX, and US West. Ironically, through a series of mergers in the telecommunications industry, we now have, once again, a giant AT&T. Another famous case was the United States versus Microsoft. In 2000, the U.S. Department of Justice found Microsoft guilty of monopoly behavior. Microsoft had many arguments as to why it was not a monopoly, but we will discuss those in class.